What's up, guys? It's John and you're watching Johnny Fabs, and today we're working on the all-wheel drive Civic build. So today I am going to be building the rear trailing arms for the all-wheel drive portion. For this I'm using stock Civic trailing arms, and these happen to be a drum brake setup. You can use disc brake or drum brake setup. And then for the all-wheel drive portion, I am using the S1 built do-it-yourself kit. And huge shout out to them. They shipped this out and they gave me the free t-shirt. So shout out to them. And then shout out to SB Tuning, because this is where I got this kit idea from him, from watching his channel. So go check his channel out too. So yeah, so it's pretty simple. I watched their video, and you guys should go watch theirs, the S1 video. It really goes in depth on how to do it, and I'm going to give you my take on how I'm going to do it. So first off, I already went ahead and took off all the brake assembly, all the drums, the shoes, and then this portion, the spindle, is held on back here. There's a nut back here. I think that's a 15/16. So we took the nut off, and then there's torque bits, 4 torque bit bolts, and then this comes off. So we'll show you guys that, and then we'll show you all the steps from here on out. So we're gonna get into it. So the first step I'm going to take is undoing this 15/16 nut. So once that's off, you're going to need a torque bit. I think that is a T50 torque bit, and then there's 4 torque headed bolts in here. So go ahead and take those off. So once you got those 4 bolts out, this spindle should come off. Take it out of the vise. And then just hit it with a hammer. And that portion comes off, and then you have your bare trailing arms. So next, we're going to be drilling out these spot welds that hold this portion on, and then this should come off, and we'll be ready to drill the hole saw. I'm going to do that. Alright, so these are our 2 trailing arms that we just drilled out the spot welds. There's 10 spot welds. Drilled them out with a 3/8 drill bit, and then we hammered off the plates. So we did both of them. And then the next step for this is to drill out this hole here with a hole saw, and then you can, after that, you can use your stuff that comes in the kit from S1. So these plates weld onto the back. We'll show you guys this step by step, but these weld on the back, and it gives it more strength. Like he said, he's seen them twist and crack, so this just gives it a little bit more strength. It's really nice quality, dimple dyed, and then it looks like plasma or CNC plasma cut out. And then for the hubs, comes with these, and these just bolt on right to where the stock spindles used to bolt on. So once you get these on, you just put the bolts on from the bottom side, and we'll show you guys that after we get these hole sawed out. Alright, so now we're going to be hole sawing this portion here. So to do that, and to make sure it's centered in the hole, I made this plate up. So if you want to do this at your place, it's just easier to have a longer piece so you can clamp it in the vise and then not have to worry about this going all over the place. So what I did, I took this flat stock and I laid it over here and I lined it up with 2 of the holes. I sharpied them and I drilled 2 holes out. So now I can line those 2 holes up, just use a regular bolt. Throw a nut on the other side. And then this just keeps it so you have something to drill in your center pilot hole. And then go ahead and mark a center hole, and then you can rough it, doesn't have to be exactly center, and then tighten these 2 down, drill a hole, and then you can use that for your hole saw to center it, and then go ahead and hole saw this part out here. We're going to do that in this one, so I'm going to tighten these bolts up. And now you have something to put in the vise. And then you can use your hole saw, put it in your drill, and then go ahead and start hole sawing. Alright, so now that we got the hole saw, the hole drilled out for this, we're going to go get the hubs and bolt them on and see if they fit. I clean up this hole, unbolt this, and we'll see what we got. Alright guys, so as you've seen, I cleaned up these edges right here with the die grinder, just so I can weld this support plate in. So it's going to be welded on the edges, so I just wanted to get the paint off. And then we're going to weld that on. And then also I cleaned up this hole. So this hole, with the kit, it comes with these here. And it bolts right onto the stock spindle bolt locations. So we're going to do that now. Alright guys, so I went ahead and painted these, the inside and the back half of the plates. I probably should have held off on that because I just got done talking to the guys at S1, and they said that this would have been fine if I was running the CRV only drive shafts, the axles, but if I ever go to run the wagon stuff, the wagon RT 4-wheel drive stuff, that's a lot bigger, beefier, and as you guys know, that's a lot stronger, which I plan on doing that eventually. Just right now, all the all-wheel drive tax is real, so I'm just going to be running the CRV stuff, but I want to have these trailing arms capable of running those wagon hubs, and the guys at S1 let me know that right here is a clearance issue, so they went ahead and sent me pictures on where to cut. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Alright, so I went ahead and took some exhaust tubing and I put a slice in it and I put it in the vise and bent it apart so it looks like that. And then that's what I'm gonna use. I mean, you guys can decide, but if you guys wanted to go this route, that's how I'm gonna do it. And then I'm going to mark it, and then cut it, and then I can weld this up. And then I think I'm gonna cut the top of this off and weld that back on, just so it's one piece again. So I'll take you guys along for it. Hopefully it'll work out. We'll see, and I'll let you know what the best way was. All right, so I got my my piece made for right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and run a bead on here and run a bead on there, and then I'm gonna make my piece for here and then make the top piece. So I'm gonna go ahead and weld that up right now. So now that I got this piece welded in, I can go ahead and make up this bottom flat piece and then cut this and weld that on the top. So I got this end cap welded back on, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cut this down and put it down here. You can check that out. And then once I'm done, I'm gonna have to grind it smooth so I can put these hubs on. Alright, now that we got our notch cut out on this trailing arm, we're gonna add this reinforcement plate. So right now it just has some vice grips holding it. I'm gonna do a couple beads and then work my way out to the end. So we're gonna TIG weld this, and then as we move along, it should heat up, and then we can shape the metal down, and then we'll get it all the way welded around. We're not gonna weld every single bit of this. We're just gonna do like inch welds, space, inch weld, space, just like S1 Built said in their video. So we're gonna do that now. So here's a trick when you're getting low on the filler rod. Just butt it up to the new piece, then blast it with a lot of heat. And then now you got it on your new filler rod, so you don't waste that little bit. Alright, so we got the support bracket all welded on. Just did some like 1-inch beads and then some spacings as you've seen. So the only thing left to do is to weld on these lower control arm brackets, and they're supposed to go like right here. So S1 Built reached out to me and said to not to do this if you're running anything less than 15-inch rims. Contact them for more details on that. So I'm going to hold off on these, welding these on, till I get these on the car and test fit the rims and tires. And then the only thing left, they provide a bearing that goes in the hub with the snap ring. So that just goes on this side, and you just press these in. And then I'm probably going to give these a nice coat of paint on both sides. And then, yeah, we'll put them on the car and try them out. So if you guys are interested in this do-it-yourself kit, S1 Built, I can put their website and Facebook. Check them out. Hope this video helped on the do-it-yourself kit. Check out SP Tuning, did a video on this, and then S1 did their own video on this. So hope this video helped, and stay tuned for more on this all-wheel drive Civic build.